The buzz around Caitlin Clark's rookie WNBA year promised a revolution, a superstar talent reshaping an entire league. But behind the highlight reels and record-breaking viewership, a different story unfolded. One of complex financial maneuvers, carefully crafted narratives, and the harsh realities of professional sports contracts. We're not just talking about the obvious on-court adjustments. We're diving deep into the intricate web of money, manipulation, and unexpected missteps that truly define her entry into the WNBA. Tonight, we'll uncover how endorsement deals secretly dwarf her official salary, the alleged behind-the-scenes pressure from powerful agents and league executives, and the subtle ways her public image is being managed far beyond her control. Forget the simplistic narratives. The real game is played in boardrooms and contract clauses, and the stakes are far higher than a single game's outcome. Get ready to see the receipts, understand the timelines, and peel back the layers of what's truly happening with the biggest name in women's basketball. The most shocking revelation emerging from Caitlin Clark's whirlwind rookie season isn't about her performance on the court, but rather the astonishing disparity between her widely publicized WNBA salary and her actual earning potential. While headlines scream about her modest rookie contract, allegedly around $76,000 for her first year, the truth, according to leaked internal marketing documents and insider accounts, paints a vastly different picture. Consider the sheer volume of endorsement deals she secured even before her professional debut. Brands like Nike, Gatorade, State Farm, and Gainbridge, among many others, have reportedly poured millions into securing her image. According to an unverified insider close to one of her major brand partnerships, some of these individual deals are valued in the high seven figures annually, dwarfing her league salary by a factor of 50 or even 100. This isn't just about standard athlete endorsements. It's about a strategically constructed financial empire. The contracts, many of which remain private, often include performance bonuses, social media clauses, and even equity stakes in smaller companies. This massive influx of external capital means that while public perception focuses on her initial WNBA paycheck, her true earnings place her among the highest paid female athletes globally, almost entirely independent of her team's payroll. This fundamental misunderstanding of her financial landscape is a cornerstone of the expectations versus reality narrative, setting the stage for how her career is perceived versus how it is truly orchestrated. This leads us directly to the common belief that Caitlin Clark's transition to the WNBA was solely about her talent meeting opportunity. The prevailing narrative suggests a smooth, almost organic rise, where her phenomenal college career naturally translated into immediate professional success and widespread adoration. This idea, amplified by mainstream sports media, posits that her talent alone was sufficient to elevate both her status and that of the league. Fans expected an unblemished continuation of her collegiate dominance, believing that the sheer force of her skill would overcome any professional hurdles. This simple, almost fairy tale-like progression is what most observers bought into, an easy story of a prodigy fulfilling her destiny. However, the reality, as always, is far more complex and significantly less fairy tale. The expectation of a purely meritocratic rise overlooks the intense, often brutal strategic maneuvering happening behind closed doors. Caitlin Clark's entry into the WNBA wasn't merely a natural progression. It was a carefully managed, multi-million-dollar industry play years in the making. The idea that she simply showed up and the league changed is a profound oversimplification. According to multiple reports from industry analysts and sports business journals, significant investment, planning, and negotiation by powerful entities from her agency, Excel Sports Management, to key executives began long before her final college season. These strategic interventions included shaping media narratives, orchestrating high-profile appearances, and, crucially, negotiating groundbreaking endorsement deals that redefined athlete marketing in women's sports. The reality is that her path was paved by deliberate business decisions and calculated risks designed to maximize not just her personal brand, but the financial interests of everyone involved. This leads us to question the very nature of organic success in professional sports and highlights the unseen hands guiding even the brightest stars. The narrative of Caitlin Clark's WNBA journey is further complicated by the subtle yet pervasive manipulation of public perception, particularly concerning her interactions with other players. While mainstream media often highlights individual matchups or competitive rivalries as standard sports fare, unverified insider accounts suggest a more calculated approach to managing her image, particularly when controversies arise. Consider the viral moments of physical play or perceived slights from veteran players. The immediate public reaction often frames Clark as an underdog facing unfair treatment, generating sympathy and outrage from her burgeoning fan base. However, according to a former WNBA public relations consultant who spoke off the record, these narratives are not always accidental. Strategic leaks, selective editing of game footage for social media, and carefully worded statements from unnamed sources can subtly shape how fans interpret these incidents. The goal, allegedly, is to maintain Clark's image as a relatable, resilient star, even when the underlying events might be common occurrences in competitive sports. This isn't about fabricating events, but rather about framing them in a way that maximizes engagement and reinforces a specific persona. The public reality of her facing targeted aggression, while perhaps having some basis in competitive play, is often amplified and curated to serve broader marketing objectives. This constant management of perception ensures that even setbacks contribute to her compelling narrative, transforming challenges into opportunities for further fan engagement and brand loyalty. Delving deeper into the machinations behind the scenes, the role of powerful sports agencies in shaping not just the cathlete's career, but also their public discourse cannot be overstated. Caitlin Clark, represented by Excel Sports Management, is at the epicenter of this dynamic. According to several sports agents speaking anonymously about industry practices, agencies often play a dual role, advocating for their clients' best interests while simultaneously serving as gatekeepers and narrative managers. They negotiate lucrative deals, but also exert significant influence over media appearances, social media strategies, and even responses to controversial events. The expectation is that an agent simply gets their client the best contract. The reality, however, is that an agency's influence extends to cultivating a carefully controlled public image. Consider how certain narratives about Clark's treatment in the league gain traction. Allegedly, agencies have the capacity to subtly guide media outlets towards specific angles or provide background information that supports a desired narrative. This control ensures that even when a player faces criticism or physical challenges on the court, the public framing often aligns with the agency's long-term brand strategy for their client. This isn't necessarily malicious, but it illustrates a sophisticated level of image management, where public perception is a key performance indicator, meticulously shaped by powerful off-court players. Moreover, the financial pressure points surrounding Caitlin Clark extend far beyond her personal endorsements and agency fees. They intricately tie into the broader economic growth of the WNBA itself. While her arrival has undoubtedly boosted viewership and merchandise sales, the question of who truly benefits and how that benefit is distributed remains a contentious topic. The common expectation is that a rising tide lifts all boats, and Clark's impact should directly translate to higher salaries and more equitable revenue sharing for all players. However, the reality, according to economic analyses from sports business publications, is more nuanced. While league revenues are indeed soaring, the allocation of these new funds involves complex collective bargaining agreements and ownership priorities. There are whispers, according to unverified sources within player circles, that the current structure of revenue sharing might not immediately or proportionately benefit the broader player base. despite Clark's massive draw. This creates a potential expectations versus reality gap for other players who anticipate a direct financial windfall from the Caitlin Clark effect. The league's focus, understandably, is on long-term growth and infrastructure, which doesn't always translate to immediate across-the-board salary increases. This tension highlights the intricate financial ecosystem of professional sports, where individual star power acts as a catalyst, but systemic changes require protracted negotiation and strategic planning, often disappointing immediate expectations. Finally, the timeline contradictions surrounding key events in Caitlin Clark's rookie year underscore the manufactured nature of some public narratives. For example, specific incidents on the court, which drew widespread media attention and fan outrage, often had precursors or follow-up interactions that were either downplayed or omitted from mainstream reporting. According to an analysis of game footage and post-game interviews, certain controversial moments were presented as isolated incidents, fueling specific storylines about player rivalries or league dynamics. However, a deeper dive into the full context often reveals ongoing competitive play,
minor interactions, or even mutual respect that contradicts the simplified drama. This selective presentation of events, whether intentional or not, serves to create more compelling, albeit less accurate, narratives. For instance, a heated exchange might be highlighted, while a friendly pat on the back minutes later is ignored. These subtle omissions and emphases, when accumulated, contribute to a public understanding of her journey that is more dramatic than the reality. It reinforces the idea that what we see and consume as news is often a curated version of events, designed to capture attention and drive engagement, rather than provide a holistic picture. The truth in these instances lies in the complete, unedited timeline, often obscured by the quest for virality and sensationalism. So, what have we learned about Caitlin Clark's WNBA debut? Her journey isn't just about a phenom playing basketball, it's a masterclass in modern sports business. We've seen how her true financial power lies in a sprawling endorsement empire, not just her rookie salary, and how the narrative around her on-court interactions is meticulously shaped by powerful agencies and strategic media play. This entire saga serves as a stark reminder that in the world of professional sports, especially with a generational talent, everything from fan perception to financial valuation is a carefully constructed enterprise. The reality is far more intricate, more financially layered, and more strategically managed than the simple player makes good story. To truly understand the forces at play and how these industries shape the careers of even the biggest stars, you need to dive deeper. Make sure to check out the Court Vision Rope Industry Secrets playlist for more revelations about the hidden mechanics of professional sports.